Hey, I'm Janine. I am a stroke recovery warrior, and I am here to remind you first off, you're not alone, and also to show you what my good days, my bad days, and everything in between look like so that you can understand that progress is progress no matter what. In the beginning, I struggled with everything getting dressed, taking a shower. Holy crap. My bathroom was not made for, what do they call it, ADA? Yeah, no, there's no handrails in there. And I had to learn how to get up from the toilet without falling. And falls happened. Yeah, hard. And in the tiniest of spaces. It was crazy. Um, Half the time I was by myself, so there was no help trying to get up. I had to figure it out. Funny, funny, funny. Now it's funny. Back then it was like, crap, what do I do? How do I get from my left side to my right side, which is stronger, to figure out how to get back up? Um, Obviously, I got back up and it became easier. But I did have to do some moves and I did have to do tracking and speech therapy and all of that good stuff because it was hard. It was hard. I wasn't used to having to do anything besides work and play. And now I work all the time on myself, on my job, on my guides, on my stroke therapy, everything. So, first, we're going to go through the things that help the most, and that was structure. I am a typical Virgo. I like to plan everything out, I like to be organized, and I needed structure really bad. So I talked to ChatGPT and it set up a schedule for me from the time I got up to when I did my therapy, when I would take my nap because my brain was totally overwhelmed, and how to keep myself independent. That was my biggest hurdle with setting up my structure. And I know some of you watching this video think, oh my God, her stroke was in January and look, she's doing great. Yeah, I still have problems talking. Um, Sometimes I will just stop because I know the word in my head, but it won't come out of my mouth. And therefore, I do speech therapy every day. The other thing is, you're not stuck. Healing is never a straight line. You're going to have good days, you're going to have bad days, you're going to want to just totally give up. And let me tell you what happens when you do that. You go take a nap, you reset your nervous system. Because if you don't and you keep pushing, all it does is create more frustration for you and for anybody else trying to help you. So, obviously, I still have goals. Um, Part of them are keeping my job. I laugh because I have the best bosses in the world. They let me go back to work a week after my stroke, and that gave me a sense of purpose. Um, I'm not going to say I'm great at my job, but I'm pretty good at it. And I love my job. I love my bosses. I love the people I work with, even though I work from home, but we talk on the phone every day. And my boss will tell me, hey, did you do your therapy today? And I'll be like, we were kind of busy today. I didn't get it in. And she'll be like, yeah, how about you go do that? And then come back, and those customers can wait a half hour for you. So, gotta love her. Honestly, my biggest goal is to stay positive. Today I got really frustrated with car insurance people, and I literally told the woman, I'm majorly pissed off. I'm not mad at you, I'm mad at the system, and therefore it's going to come out in my speech, and maybe I should call you back because I need time to calm down. And that happens. We don't process things like we used to. Um, and the first thing to jump in our minds is frustration. Uh, Thankfully, I'm not the same as I was, because right after my stroke, I would cry at the drop of a hat. I could not stop myself. And now I don't do that. Now I just get mad and I realize I'm mad at the wrong thing, and I figure out what's the best way to take care of that. And most of the time it's to walk away for a minute. So if you're watching my videos and you've had a stroke or a major brain injury, comment below what stage are you in your recovery. And also, if you need some motivation, the first thing I'm going to tell you is stay positive. Don't listen to anyone else with limiting beliefs. That includes your doctor. You know what? It's okay to prove them wrong. Not always do they have every answer. And that goes for your PT people as well. I went through 4 doctors before I finally found one that understood me, and the fact that I didn't want to take prescription drugs. The other ones couldn't understand that. And when I explained why, um, that last doctor, she was really understanding. And she's like, okay, well, let's look at the supplements you want to take and how those can help you instead. And now I'm strictly on supplements. I do my mindful journey every single day. I track things so that I understand when I have my big wins and my not so big wins. And you know what? I have that guide available. I made it for everybody. You just have to go to the link in the comments, and then you send me a message and let me know where you are in your stroke recovery and how I can help you with that.